I think the immediate effort last year, in the last 6 months of last year, to come in with a massive humanitarian operation was very needed. It saved lives. It took Afghans through a winter. But you can't use humanitarian relief to patch up what has been a completely collapsed economy. And so that is necessary to bring in development investment with the private sector, with bilateral support, with the UN and others. Because if we don't revive the domestic market, Afghanistan's always been a series of localized economies. We've got to jumpstart these economies if people are going to survive. Otherwise, we'll keep saying it's another winter, it's another winter.
Where do you begin? Such a momentous task, Kanni, when we are talking about economic reform and economic restructuring. This is a major undertaking. So what does a roadmap look like?
I think a few early steps which are being taken, supported by the UN and UNDP, first to really help to put back a commercial banking sector, which really had taken a hard hit. People have to feel secure about bringing their money back into banks, and banks being able to then fuel a cash-driven economy for the moment, because that's people have got to be able to pay for their food, basic essentials, and also get their small businesses going. So a second part of the support beyond getting the banking and finance system back is really small businesses. Afghanistan has survived for decades based on small and micro enterprises that create jobs and employ a large part of men and women. So that's a big part of the UN and UNDP's effort, is jumpstart the local business sector and get that moving. Because Afghans will feed Afghans. They will produce their own food. So that's a second big part of it. And the third is to look at industries that can actually take the place of what currently is a massive import bill, which the country cannot afford. It's a 20 billion at max economy for 40 million people. So it was a tiny economy to start with. But when you've seen that crash, we've seen a contraction of about 5% of GDP, and that's falling fast. Per capita income went from $500 in 2020 and to about $385 now. And the worry is by end of this year, it'll be halved at $250. That is not a sustainable income for any household.